Since you can find a large number of state parks in Texas, you will get the idea of fishing in them. In fact, the state parks in Texas are offering some amazing opportunities for people who are interested in fishing. Before you go ahead and visit any of those state parks, you should check and confirm whether you need a license for fishing or not. If you need a license, then you can take appropriate measures to obtain the license before you go, so that you will not have to face any challenging situations. Do you need a license to fish in the state parks of Texas? Not all state parks in Texas would ask you to obtain a license for fishing. That's because some of the state parks don't have any licensing requirements at all. It is possible for you to visit any of those state parks and enjoy fishing while keeping the peace of mind. You will also fall in love with the fishing adventures that such state parks can offer to you. That's because all you have to do is to get your fishing gear and go ahead with fishing. There is no need for you to worry about obtaining any licenses at all. Greater than Reed, Texas, 5 free fishing locations. Greater than learn about the Choke Canyon Reservoir. WHO needs a license to catch fish in Texas? Assume that you are visiting one of the state parks where you need to obtain a license for fishing. As per the existing laws, all the people who are aged above 17 should get their license for fishing. Whether you are from the state of Texas or any other part of the country, you should get this license. On the other hand, a license is needed when you are fishing with a charter or from the shore. You will also need to have an endorsement along with your license to proceed with fishing in Texas. It is possible for you to decide whether you are going to get the license only for freshwater fishing, or you need a license for both saltwater fishing and freshwater fishing. It is possible to add an additional endorsement, instead of purchasing a completely new package. When you get an annual license, it would expire by 31st August. This is where you will come across the need to purchase a new license in July. When you have the license, it is possible to go ahead and continue to fish while keeping the peace of mind. Getting a license for fishing is not a challenging thing to do because you will have the freedom to apply for it only. However, it is also possible for the people to apply for a license at one of the registered retailers as well. Greater than Reed, 20 best bass fishing lakes in Texas. Greater than learn about Lake Palestine. That is an excellent location to start if you're wondering how to catch bass in Texas. What else do you need to enjoy fishing in Texas? Apart from the license, you will need to have many different items to continue with fishing in the state. For example, you will need to have a fishing rod to continue with fishing. On the other hand, you will also need to have appropriate hooks and baits as well. In case if you are fishing in one of the rivers or lakes, you should double check whether you need a license or not. If a license is needed, you should proceed with obtaining a one. Make sure that you keep all the fishing regulations in mind as you go ahead with fishing. In fact, the fishing regulations would be different from saltwater to freshwater. When you have those regulations in mind, you can enjoy a worry-free fishing experience in Texas. Greater than Reed, 5 best fishing getaways for couples in Texas. Greater than learn about outdoor fishing adventures by the ocean. Galveston is the best option available out there to consider. What can you catch while you are fishing in Texas? It is also better to have a basic understanding about the types of fish that you can catch while you are fishing in Texas. One of the best things about fishing in Texas is the diversity that you can witness in the waterways. Due to the same reason, it is possible for you to go ahead and catch numerous variants of fish. Out of them, the most popular variants of fish that you can catch include sunfish, crappie, bullhead, catfish, bass, suckers, gar, and carp. You will notice that largemouth bass is the most abundant type of fish that exists in the waterways of Texas. You will be able to find lots of them in Mill Creek Lake, Lake Sam Rayburn, and Lake Fork. Due to the same reason, it is also possible to see how numerous competitions are held around these lakes from time to time. You will also be able to engage with saltwater fishing in Texas. That's because there are multiple saltwater fishing spots located throughout the state. Red drum, black drum, sea trout, red snapper, flounder, and sea robins are the most prominent saltwater fish varieties that you will be able to catch as of now. If you are interested in trying your luck, you may take a look at the fishing piers located within the Sea Rim State Park, Goose Island State Park, and the Galveston Island State Park. If you can head deep down into the waters, you will even be able to catch numerous types of sharks. The most common types of sharks who are living off the coast of Texas include hammerhead sharks, bull sharks, thresher sharks, and the blacktip sharks. Greater than Reed, top 5 private bass fishing lakes Texas. Greater than learn about why the Sam Rayburn Reservoir is good for bass fishing. Final words. Now you have a good understanding on whether you need a license or not to engage with fishing in the state of Texas. Make sure that you keep these facts in the back of your mind and go ahead with fishing. Then you will be able to enjoy the fishing adventures that the state is offering to you. You will be able to enjoy fishing in Texas and come back home with a bunch of memories collected in your mind. This is the main reason why lots of tourists from other states prefer to visit Texas for fishing.